Welcome back to another video, guys. Today we're going to be following up off of the last video where I was talking about my latest sponsor, Dyna Performance, and we're going to be installing the dash kit, and you guys are going to find out what carbon fiber I got for it. Also, we got a new lip. It just came in yesterday, and it's the top part and then the bottom three-piece part, and we're going to be paint matching that to black, which is the color of my car, and hopefully it comes out good. It's going to be my first time really actually prepping and painting anything. I've only just like plastic dipped a spoiler back in the day, and I'm hoping it comes out pretty nice. So right now we're going to be going to some auto parts stores to get some primer, some paint, sandpaper, some microfibers, and some alcohol to do that. And then we're going to go to my boy's house. We're going to paint it over there. We're also going to be installing the carbon fiber into the interior, and that should be all for the video today, guys. So see you once we're at my boy's house. Now we're at my friend's house. Here's the lip. He's got the other piece over in the garage. But yeah, so this two-piece part that you see right here is the bottom part. This goes above it. Basically, it's like an extension to the lip. So we're gonna sand the exposed part where you're gonna actually see, which is this, and this textured spot right here, like just the bottom part. You see right here the texture where that line is. I'm gonna sand that down and paint over that. This is the stuff we're going to be working with. Got the paint, the primer, adhesive promoter, and the cloths. And then we're going to be sanding these parts down. We're going to be painting it over there. Hopefully it's not too much of a tedious process, and we'll get to it. Now at this point of the video, we're just going to speed it up because it was very lengthy. And what we're using here is like the rough end of a sponge, but it's more coarse than that. Now, I do think that this material did slow me down a bit. I do feel like using some sandpaper would have taken less time to complete. But this material, I feel like it does cover everything more smoothly. Now, I ended up finding out that it was pretty difficult to get into the deep corners of the part. So I ended up grabbing this metal trim removal tool and folding over the sponge and just digging into those corners and scuffing it out. And it ended up working pretty well, but there was still some remnants of the texture that the part came with. So I just tried to sand it down as best as I could, getting it really smooth so that first layer of primer could stick well to these pieces and have the rest of the steps go on smoothly after that. Everything is now sanded down. Three-piece lip and the top lip. We're gonna hit it with some adhesion promoter, a coat or two, and then yeah, moved everything outside. About to hit it with some adhesion promoter. Here's everything exploded. Bottom lip, top lip,
venden aquí.
So the next step, we're gonna wet sand. Okay, now we got 2 coats on there, 2 coats of paint. It's looking pretty nice. For my first time, I think it's coming up good. Actually, I don't have any drip going out on these 2 coats. And we're gonna hit it with another coat, and then we're gonna go on to the cleared. I think it's coming up pretty nice. That's pretty good. Car's over there. Yeah. We are on day 2. Yesterday ended up taking a little while painting. I'm going to show you how it came out. Got everything in the car. Left it in here overnight. So here's the bottom part. Came out okay. There's a lot of texture in it. I think it might have needed more sanding. I think I'm okay with it. Pretty much looks like it. The same thing for all of them. It's not the best, but for my first time, again, like I said, it came out okay. Here's the actual lip. Dusty. It's decent. I already got the car up on jacks. And we're gonna go ahead and try and bolt it on. The old holes that I made, which I think actually okay. Look fine. Old one. Yeah. Might have bent this thing in there. Oh well. So I ran into a few complications fitting this lip on. When I bought it, it came with a couple of these bolts. They fit into these indents. This is for the bottom lip. Kind of put on the top one, which is just tapping into here. The ones that I have, the holes that came with it are all stripped from when I ripped it off. And now this part is just like doesn't want to fit right. But putting on these parts so they clip on right here, and then you could put a bolt over there. Same thing with this one. Clip on right here with that. You can see right there, that one, and then those two, and then off onto the side there is this guy right there. And now it is on the car. It actually didn't have to use the self-tapping screws at all, because when I bought this lip, it came with some hardware, and actually I didn't know that that hardware actually extends all the way throughout both the bottom, middle, and then to the actual bumper itself. So it actually just like sandwiches everything together. And yeah, it even fixed that gap that I had. Now it's on there nice. It's actually pretty good. The only thing I'm missing now is just the skid plate, but I'll get that later on. And yeah, everything's on there pretty nice. So I got everything installed, and we're gonna go over to a meet up with some friends. But before that, we're gonna go give this car a nice rinse, and then we'll cruise over there to Naperville, and we'll be good to go. Car is now washed. What the frick?
What up, chat?
To see someone I knew.
How long have you been looking for us?
A minute. No, just a minute.
Oh.
I just got here.
It says you've been filming for an hour and an hour and a half.
And I've already scraped on the bottom.
It's sick, brother.
I know, right?
Did you wrap it or paint it?
Painted it. You rattle canned that shit. Why didn't you do a little black primer?
I don't know. I don't know what it is with black primer.
I think, yeah, there is black primer, right?
I don't know. But yeah, it's on. It's on better than before.
Static boy.
For a week. Stable.
That's stable to you?
Yeah, this is way better than before.
Fucking onda, man. So that moving better.
Even the bumper fits good. Like everything. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was worse.
Like it would always pop out. Now it doesn't pop out.
Yeah, this side's good.
That side, so this side I have the bracket. That side, the piece for on the carbon fiber is broken off.
Oh.
So all I could do is really zip tie it. And yeah. here we are at this last part of the video where I finally show you guys what carbon fiber I got from Dyno Performance. And right now we're just prepping the surface real quick, just dusting it off. It was raining when I got here, so I just needed to wipe down and get it right. And now the moment that you guys have been waiting for, here is the reveal, guys. So we got forged carbon fiber for the interior of my Mustang. This is going to look absolutely sick on this car. Now it will get rid of the brightness of like the silver that we got. Here's the installation instructions. Pretty straightforward. You just wipe down the surface, get off all the dust as best you can. And I'm actually really glad that they provided this in the packaging, because I wouldn't have thought of putting some adhesive promoter on there. So I'm glad that they did that. Before using that 3M tape, it really does help it stick like crazy. You guys are going to see this right now in action. Once I open it up, it's really wet. It was pretty hard to open actually. But prepping that surface first with the adhesive promoter, it's game changer. That stuff is not going to move anywhere. Now to talk about this carbon fiber, I was really surprised in how flexible it is. It's really bendy, and it's not like normal carbon fiber would act. Now it is just stick-ons. It's not an actual piece that clips on and replaces these parts. It is just a stick-on, like a 3M tape. It just goes right over the OEM trim pieces, and it gives it that carbon fiber look. Now it is real carbon fiber. Dyno Performance does provide real carbon fiber for these parts. Now the installation process is pretty straightforward. Again, it's just putting that adhesive promoter. I'm doing this in sections. We're going to do the front steering wheel first, and then we'll move on to the passenger side. Now finally being able to peel off this plastic surrounding the actual carbon, it was absolutely so satisfying. Getting to see how glossy it is. It's really shiny in person. I know the video probably doesn't show it that well. Now placing it on here on the dash, just giving myself a little bit of a tease, seeing how it's just gonna look. I was really excited to put this thing on. So we just take off that red covering of the 3M tape, and we just go on where it goes. And again, with that adhesive promoter, it just sticks on so fast, and it's really hard to take off. So you just got to be really careful whenever you put it on. Make sure you aim and you place with accuracy, because you'll see right here that I do struggle a little bit lining it up. So taking it off, putting it back on, it was really kind of tricky actually. You wouldn't expect this to be very tedious, but no, you have to be very precise on where you're placing this thing, because again, with the adhesive promoter, it really does help it stick a lot, and it's really hard to take off. You can even see it right here. It's really hard to take it off of my fingers, because my fingers just get really stuck onto it, and trying to peel it back is just a little bit of a hassle. And I was a little worried that peeling it back and forth on resticking it was gonna mess with the adhesion. It actually kept its stickiness and stayed on there. So here I was just adjusting it, trying to line it up as best as I could. Here we go. This first part is finally installed, showing you guys just how different it looks. You can see that forged carbon really shine, and you can see how glossy it is. You can see that texture it's got, but it actually is just super smooth. Now here we're going to be moving on to the middle, and then over onto the passenger side. The middle was pretty straightforward. It was just one piece, and we're just going to go ahead and remove this little red film in the back and just place it real quick. Complete this first section of the interior. Now moving on towards the middle section, the center console section, we're going to again put some more of that adhesion promoter. Now I'm going to grab that John and detain him for a moment, grab that carbon piece, place it above that center console area where those vents are, peel that red film again, place that John on there. And I can't stress this enough, be very careful when you're placing this stuff on. That 3M tape plus that adhesion promoter is some really good stuff, so you gotta be really careful when you place it on there. And funny enough, I was having a pretty difficult time placing this piece on. just pulling it back, putting it on, putting it back on again. It's just trying to line it up properly. And there we go, we got that middle piece on. Now we're going to go over to that passenger section. We got that top and the bottom airbag cover along with that air vent piece. We're going to go ahead and install that. So we'll see you on the other side right now. Now, I don't know about you guys, but if I'm tripping, let me know. But getting into the passenger seat of your own car just feels super weird to me. I feel super out of place. Now, look at me, dropped my brand new car. Oh my God. So embarrassing. But even though I did that, the carbon's still fine. Nothing happens to it. Didn't get any scratches onto it. We're just going to go ahead and continue on this installation process. We're almost done. I'm going to show you guys in a minute just how great it looks with everything installed. Got pretty simple directions to follow. Wipe that surface, prep it, put some of that adhesive promoter, then go ahead and peel the back of the red film off the carbon fiber, place it on where you need it to go, and voila, you're done. And I think that's going to be enough yapping out of me for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did enjoy, be sure to like, subscribe, share. There's going to be more videos to come. We're going to end this video off with a little cinematic after installing this carbon fiber, and I hope you guys enjoyed the new look. If you guys don't, let me know. If you guys do, let me know, and I'll see you guys in the next one.